Hello, and welcome to Interactive Learning Using Kahoot to create formative assessments. My name is Kate Welsh. I am a special education teacher in Columbus, Ohio, and I often use Kahoot with my students. Um, Pulling this from my syllabus, Module 3, teachers will practice interpreting student data to make timely instructional adjustments. And the learning outcomes should be creating assessments to assess IEP goals and lesson objectives, applying efficient, sustainable data collection tools, and analyzing data to make informed instructional adjustments. The problem with assessment is that students often, after being assessed over and over and over and over again, they can develop testing anxiety, which could lead them to make careless mistakes. They can also burn out when they're being assessed many times, and then they lose engagement. So the solution, one of the solutions, is to use a learning platform like Kahoot. It's free, it's very easy to use, and it has a lot of already built-in free assessments that you can just go to and grab right away. So your first step would be to choose an IEP goal to progress monitor. This one is based on one of the Ohio State's learning standards, and it's assessing how students answer word problems, real life scenarios involving fractions. So the next step would be to go to Kahoot, find an assessment that is already made. Like this one, I chose adding, subtraction, fraction word problems. And then step 3 would be to have the students log in and play the game. Step 4, after the students are done playing the game, you go to the result page and you analyze the results. You can also download an Excel sheet that has all of the students, all of their answers, so you can really get an in-depth idea of where they did well and where they needed more help. So for this particular assessment, the student only got 50% of the problems correct. So step 6 would it be to evaluate the next steps. So you could write something like this. For example, a student is able to apply properties of operations to solve the problems with only 50% accuracy. Further instruction is needed. There are a few considerations while using Kahoot. Sometimes there's technical issues. A student's computer might not be working. It might not allow them to give answers at the right time. You could lose internet connection. Another thing to think about is that within the assessment itself, the response times are customizable. So if you have a student who has a really slow processing, you may want to give them extra time so that they can answer as best as they can. Also, I didn't put this on the slide, but students are able to come up with their own names. So you have to be careful that the names are appropriate for school. And these are my references that I used. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.